Bonjour. Bonjour, and welcome to Fiction After Lunch. I'm Mindy.
And I'm Sam.
And yeah, Sam, what are we doing in this podcast?
Once again, we are trying to make an original work out of the story Mindy wrote when she was 13 years old. It was a story about a little girl falling in love with an alien. And then there are other aliens, then there are robots, then there are evil people and war and blood. And in this chapter, there will also be death.
And therefore, actually we have a special guest today, who is Norbert.
You probably won't hear him, only Mindy can hear him. Because if you look at our Instagram, we will upload a photo of Norbert. He is a skeleton with a wig and a hat. And he is currently
sitting next to me.
Yes, and he's
scary.
Yes.
Yes, or maybe he's very charmant.
Charming.
Oh, sorry. That was
charmant.
That was the German. Because Norbert is also like a typical German name, so it was like, I need to use German adjectives to describe him.
Every time I visit Mindy, I have to say hi to him first, before I say hi to Mindy.
Yeah, every time when she comes inside, she's like, yeah, hi Norbert, I missed you. And she doesn't even look at me.
Yeah. It was like the last few days I was at your place. I just come in like I live here. Hi Norbert.
Hi Norbert. Oh, hello Mindy. I didn't saw you.
Why are you here?
I thought Norbert lives here. Yeah. No, actually the reason why I have like a skeleton right now at my front door is because we are recording this episode like 1 week before Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
But this episode will come out maybe in 3 weeks or anything, so there will be no Halloween anymore, but who cares? I like skeletons, you can always have them around, so...
Yes.
And he will join us for this episode because, as Sam already said, there will be death.
Yes.
And I'm really scared.
We already talked about our lunch in the last episode, because, well... We are recording two after each other because I wrote a really long chapter.
And I was very excited, so I was like, okay, we cannot stop here. We cannot record this on another day. I will not be able to study and sleep or do anything else. And every time when I eat or do anything else, I need to think about like, who will die? What will happen?
Yeah.
So I want to know what happens. And
okay.
The last part which we read was that Jim, Mindy and Lisa were like very small, 5-year-old. Mm-hmm. And actually it was very, emotional at some point.
Yes.
Because the characters became more
Deep.
They
had more depth or they got more deep.
Yeah, maybe I wanted to go for both.
Yeah. They had both.
Because I don't know. Now we have a reason why Mindy
is the way she is.
Yeah. Something happened to her parents and she's a 5-year-old who kind of needs to survive.
Yeah,
and therefore she started stealing stuff and everything. And I don't know, you can kind of understand her behavior at some point when she starts at a very early age. And I talked about this in the last chapter. Just listen to the last chapter. And Jim, Lisa and
Mindy
and everyone. So I don't know, let's go to the chapter. I'm really curious. Norbert, are you ready? Okay, Norbert is ready.
Did he just tell you?
Yes, didn't you hear him?
I did not.
He has a really charming voice, you know.
Okay.
Sam is just disturbed.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram.
Okay.
Now.
The chapter says now.
Yeah. A raven sat on the fence of the neighboring garden and watched as in front of the cookie estate, Zen pointed her green laser gun at Paula. Paula looked sad.
People refer to me as stupid. I know. I'm one of them. I'm not stupid, Zen.
They looked into each other's eyes, and something about the way she looked at him was different. But a decision has been made.
You annoyed me one last time. You are so useless.
Zen closed his eyes and pulled the trigger.
Yes, you did, but she's not dead. I don't see a dead flag now.
Dead flag. You should stop saying this.
Paula? Hello? Are you okay? I want to see the next sentences.
I wanted to make it interesting, so I left some space to scroll.
Maybe it's just, I don't know, you want to trick me and she didn't die, but another person will die. Maybe Amber will die behind her, because that's a cookie estate. And then Walter will become very angry at Sand and everything, and will release another monster or anything.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Maybe. Who is speaking? I don't know.
Just try a voice.
Lisa! No!
Perfect.
Lisa, no! What?
A shot was fired, but it wasn't Paula who got hit. Zen and Paula watched a green bear in a green army jacket fall to the ground after he had jumped in front of Paula out of nowhere.
No. You didn't, did you?
Zen watched with an air of amusement while Paula was genuinely surprised. The green bear looked like he had been hit by a car, had jumped out of a driving car, and then been shot. Which was precisely what had happened.
What? Wait, but didn't it say like Lisa? No?
You will see. Tears clouding his eyes, he said.
Lisa, I'm so sorry for everything. But I will make it right again. I promise. I can see my life go by in front of my eyes. Tell Walter I love him, regardless of what has happened. Tell Amber I'm sorry.
He closed his eyes for a moment, then he seemed to jerk awake again, taking in an unsteady breath.
I'm just raising my eyebrows because I don't understand the sentences, but okay. I have unfinished business. Bury me shallow. I'll be back.
Because of the
No! Really? Okay. Okay. Floopy's way. Okay.
He sees himself dying and he thinks he will be back. Like a zombie, you know? Getting out of the grave. And
yeah, but normally this is not something that you say when you die. I don't think so. But, okay. The bullet barely hit you, dramatic bitch.
Zen said, aiming at his head and wondering if it was smarter to save the munition for an emergency.
So Floopy is not dead?
Not yet.
Shut up. This is my moment.
Floopy said.
Whatever.
Floopy looked at Zen and coughed more dramatically than necessary. Then he gave him a weird smile.
Actually, I really like him in this moment. How did he survive in the army? Maybe he was just playing dead all the time.
Well, normally you don't get... Nah, I don't know. I have no idea what happens in the army. Let's not pretend like I do.
I'm crying almost because it's so funny.
You're crying because you're sad because Floopy is dying.
No, but the bullet barely hit you, so he doesn't. You see? No.
But now
okay.
Okay.
One day, you will have to face whatever has you created and let you exist. And you will have to justify the space you filled. Alien. He knows that Sen is an alien! Floopy knows! Why does he know?
Because of the alien gun, probably.
Oh. Maybe it's new technology made by Walter, who knows?
Or maybe like something I'm imagining, and maybe I have to convey it a bit better in the story when we rewrite it and polish it.
Improve it.
Yes. That as they keep fighting, their costumes, their appearances are starting to falling apart.
Mm.
And it becomes more obvious who is what and what is happening.
Ah, okay. Because you're like in the fight itself and you're like don't care about disguise anymore, you can say.
Yes.
And shields or anything.
Yes, and a lot of things have happened to Zen. He has lost an arm. He had been badly hurt. I know he regrew it, but maybe it's looking different now.
Mm.
Something like that.
Zen is also very mean. Thank you, Green Zombie Bear, for saving me.
Paula chipped.
I like that you still continue with the green zombie bear.
That's why he said, bury me shallow. I'll be back.
Oh.
Ooh. Finally, he looked at her.
You are not Lisa. I'm not Lisa.
Paula echoed sadly.
Whoever you are, you need to protect the power station inside this house. Everything is connected to this. The wall will... Yes, I know. Shh.
Paula chirped.
Wait, what? It's here, isn't it?
Zen raised the gun again, but then took Paula by the arm instead and pulled her to the door.
Oh, wait. So Paula was distracting Zen all the time?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Paula knows more than she lets on.
She was playing stupid all the time. Oh, that's the reason why she got her high school degree. She finally got smart. Oh no. And Zen also knows it right now.
Hmm.
Okay. I want to see what happens. Okay, let's continue. You dragged me through half the city, and it was here this whole time. You will regret this, you stupid robot, you useless machine. But first, you gotta help me with something. Follow me.
Zen took a step over Floppy, who was slowly bleeding out.
But didn't the bullet just hit him, like, maybe in the arm or something? Like, I don't get where the bullet is quite. Where
Well, he is bleeding strongly.
No!
But Zen isn't affected that much by bullets because of
so
the
he
alien thing,
thinks-
so he thinks, well, it barely hit you. But as you know, he had been run over by a car, he has fallen out of a car, and then he had been shot.
Floppy doesn't have a good day here.
No.
Oh no! So he's really dying. Norbert, what do you think of this situation? Norbert is not amused.
Mindy just spoke to the skeleton. Just to let you know.
Just to let you know. Yeah.
Paula looked over her shoulder to him, but he didn't look back, as she was pulled inside by Zen. They entered the laboratory and found Walter leaning over the working bench, all sorts of metallic thingies and stuff spread out in front of
I
him.
like that you really wrote your own like metallic thingies and stuff. Like, I don't know.
I have no idea.
Stuff that you have in the laboratory.
Yeah. It all seemed very important.
More self-included comments. Yes, hello.
He looked up for only a moment. You are not Lisa, he said before he concentrated on his stuff again.
Wasn't he very like angry when he saw the pictures of like Paula being not Lisa? And now he's just like, okay, I need to continue my stuff. That kind of...
The microwave is very important, Mindy.
Ah, so this is about the microwave. Yeah, still, we don't know what the microwave is doing still.
I am not Lisa.
Paula echoed sadly once more.
We need something you have.
Zen said and pushed Paula to the side. I don't have time, kids, Walter said without turning around. Important things need to be done.
Shut up, old man. We don't have much time either. We have a world to destroy.
Old? I'm 47.
This is actually our conversation every day which we have, right? Because you're always saying I'm a granny.
Yeah.
And I'm 27, by the way. This is not old. You probably wonder...
Okay, 53.
Okay. Walter, I know this is important, but you're lying about your age right now. I don't think this is correct. You should never lie, kids. The end of the world is not interesting. We're talking about ages now.
He He doesn't like to be called old.
Oh, sad Walter.
Zen rolled his eyes before he started again.
You probably wonder why we came here, old man.
Okay, 55 really isn't... Never mind. You are too late. It is already gone. He waved a hand dramatically.
What?
Zen asked.
That's the same reaction. What?
The microwave is gone. The octopus is released. The tornado is destroying all the neighboring villages. I have nothing to do with the tomatoes, though. That's not my fault.
Walter's just like... I love him. He's so cute at some point. You just think, it's not my fault. Yeah. But, okay, so... Zen, but he wanted to get the... How's it called? This electric network thingy... It's a microwave!
Yes!
No! I finally get it!
Yes, finally!
No! I always had in my mind that it's like something like, I don't know, as a power station which need to be at one point. So you cannot carry it around. So I was like, but the microwave you can carry around.
You can carry it around.
Oh no!
Yes.
Okay, but Walter is constructing a new microwave, isn't he?
But parts are missing.
But parts are missing, which the octopus ate.
Yeah.
So what is he working currently on?
Trying to still find a way to make a microwave, but it's not going well.
Okay, and Zen wanted to get this thing because he knows what the microwave is doing, it seems. Or...
Floppy told them. It's inside.
Wait.
Should I scroll up?
Yeah, there's so much happening in the story, so
Sorry.
I don't get all the details at some point. At some point I
please
need to read it again.
Wait a second. Whoever you are, you need to protect the power station inside this house. Everything is connected to this. The war will...
The war will, but didn't the war already end? So what does it have to do with the war?
Maybe
There's a
the
power
war is still
station.
going on. And the microwave is the thing that powers everything.
What does it power? Well, there's so many questions. But I really like that the microwave is getting a bigger role in the story. In the first chapter it was just a joke.
Yeah.
And then it's like this joke is getting more serious. What will I do then, Dad?
Paula asked. Walter looked at her before he said dramatically, "Not Lisa, you have been a good kid after all."
Oh, so he still cares about her.
Would you care to continue working with me? I might need some help getting my microwave back. Someone disabled the GPS tracking system, and you can help me find my husband and my daughters. The microwave has priority though, because without it...
I like this sentence, like, yeah, you can help me find my husband and my daughters, but the microwave has priority.
He stared blankly into space for a moment as he saw in his head what actually might happen if the microwave stayed lost. He jumped when Paula squealed. She looked happy again.
Yay! This will be so much fun, Dad. I have an idea who might have it.
Call me Walter. Don't forget your scarf and hat, it's cold outside.
Oh, this is like the same sentence like
He said before.
So I think it's really cute that he tells Paula to call him Walter now because he feels uncomfortable her calling him Dad at some point.
Yeah.
Because it's not his daughter.
Yeah.
But he's still
a dad.
He's still a dad. Like, he spent 7 years with her, so...
The alien clenched his teeth.
Don't even bother. I will get it before you even manage to walk past the first pet shop. But first, I should probably eliminate all witnesses.
Zen raised his alien-looking green gun and pointed it at Walter, who seemed very unimpressed.
Any last words, old man? No, he will not kill Walter. No. No.
You will go nowhere, alien.
You don't tell me what to do, old man. You and that stupid robot are of no use for me anymore. Time to die. For you and your whole family and everyone you love, because I'm having a really bad day. Actually, Zen has a really bad day. I can understand.
Yeah. That's valid. Okay.
That's valid. Norbert, what do you think about it?
Norbert agrees with me.
Norbert agrees with us, yes.
Zen aimed right at his head, finger on the trigger. Walter frowned. From the corner of his eye, Zen saw the raven from before at the window. The window was still broken from the break-in, which felt like it happened ages ago.
So they are now in the room where
They
Zen
broke in. Yeah.
during the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm afraid you are the one that needs to be eliminated, Walter replied, and it wasn't clear if he said that because Zen had called him old again, or because his family had been threatened.
Me? What are you gonna do, old man? Shoot me?
Precisely. Before Zen could react, Walter fired 2 shots with his Colt M1911 he had hidden in his lab coat. One bullet pierced through his hip, the other through his chest.
What?
Zen dropped his own gun when he tried to stop the bleeding. With a hissing sound, he fell to the floor, twitching.
You will regret this, human.
Zen hissed. Okay, yeah, now look at this.
We have several characters who are injured. And you told me only one character from the
Only one character will die.
So we have now Flippy, who is like outside in the garden.
Bleeding out.
Bleeding out.
We have Kay, who is unconscious.
Having a fever. And we now have Zen, who got like, how's it called, hit by 2 bullets.
Yes. And also you know that Mindy is my least favorite character.
No! Don't kill her, Mindy. She had a hard life.
Don't kill Mindy.
Don't kill Mindy. But I really like this sentence where Walter fired 2 shots with his Colt M1911. Didn't we? Yeah, he had two guns in his lab coat, you said.
Yes. Foreshadowing.
No! He has another gun. And a knife.
Do you know anything about guns?
No, actually not. So I don't know what this called M1911 looks like.
1911. 1911, if you paid attention in history class, you know that
I never paid attention in history class.
That was when the First World War happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it was mostly used by the French and the British and the Russians. And I don't know, maybe we can go somewhere with there. If you know this gun isn't American or Italian, it's French, English or Russian.
Mm-hmm. So we have one country to choose from, which our country might be.
Yes.
I want to be Russian.
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
Flippy and Zen are dying. But I don't think that Zen will die actually, because he's an alien and he's like, okay, in contrast to Flippy, who might die with 1 bullet that hit him. That's exactly what Zen said, like it only, how's it called, strike you? So it's not a big thing for him to get like maybe pierced through with a bullet. Mm-hmm. So I think Zen will not die, but Walter will see that Flippy died, and then he will be like, "No, what did you do?"
But in a Russian accent.
I cannot do a Russian accent. Actually, Meg can do a good one. Mm. Maybe next time.
I don't think so. Wait, where were we?
I think this is Walter.
Yeah. No, I mean, have you read this?
Yeah, I read that. Zen says, "You will regret this, human."
I don't think so. I will do everything to protect my family.
Curse you.
Zen spit out green blood. Walter stood beside Paula. Do you see, not Lisa? That's how you take out an alien. If its remote control and heart manipulator get corrupted, it will die.
No!
This is the last way to kill it, but it's the most effective one. We'll just take a few minutes.
No! I didn't read that you kill. No.
Chest and hip were shot. 2 shots.
No, not Zen! Yeah, I think we talked about this, like, this remote control, when it's, like, destroyed or anything, then the alien will die in 10 minutes. Oh no, Zen! I just started to like you because you're so angry and...
angry and evil.
And evil.
And pushing people around. I see a pattern.
You see a pattern. But how does Walter know how to kill an alien.
He saw what happened. He analyzed what happened.
Wow, he did everything in one night.
Yes.
He
He's
figured
smart.
out
He's
that
a
it's alien.
professor.
Wow, a good professor.
Yeah, did some research, read some Wikipedia articles.
Did write some papers himself already, published
Yes.
them overnight.
Always drinking energy drinks. Okay. It will take a few minutes.
So Zen is still alive and says, "Help me, Paula.
Zen reached for Paula.
You know I have always liked you."
Paula speaks.
Too bad, because I don't like you. You didn't let me have any snacks.
"Help me, you stupid bitch."
That's no way to talk to my... Well, not my daughter. Very impolite to talk to anyone, honestly.
It's okay, Walter.
Paula leaned over the still twitching Zen. She leaned in close, lips almost touching his ear.
I'm watching you decompose.
Paula whispered.
That's really uncomfortable. Well, no, I need to get some mental help here.
Because of the beginning of the last part of the chapter, it was
Yeah.
like, one day I will watch you decompose. And now it's happening.
It's like a foreshadowing. In
It's
the last
foreshadowing.
chapter. No.
Plot twist over plot twist. And I'm so proud of myself right now.
Oh my god. I'm watching you decompose. This kind of destroyed me now. I don't know what to say anymore. I liked doing Sam's voice actually because it was nice being angry. And doing a lot of insulting words.
Bitch.
Bitch! Norbert, I don't know what to do. Norbert says he cannot help me.
Okay.
He says deal with it yourself. Norbert is very angry at me.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah, another person died. I'm dead already, so why do you care? Okay, enough Norbert time. I just needed to get, how's it called? I need to get over my sadness. Because I really liked Zen.
With the remote control and vital organs destroyed, there wasn't a lot Zen could do. Paula laughed and it sounded like bells were ringing. It was the most human sound she had ever made. From a distance, Zen saw himself getting dragged out of the laboratory by Paula and Walter and onto the street where his dying body got devoured by a lazy tomato monster. In the distance, they could hear the sirens of an ambulance driving away, but it was too late for Zen either way.
This is very brutal. It's okay. Norbert, I kind of want to get closer to you. Get distance from Sam. No. Oh my god. You can really imagine like the scenery itself. And where his dying body got devoured by a lazy tomato monster. Okay, that's...
Okay, shall we continue?
I'm still sad. I'm really sad, people. I need to hold myself back to cry. Like, no, not sad.
She's fine, she's still laughing. Mindy, I mean Mindy is not sad. Mindy, this Mindy.
Which Mindy? We have so many Mindys.
You Mindy. You Mindy.
Mindy?
Yeah, you Mindy are not that sad. You're still laughing.
I'm still laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know this effect when you're like so sad that you just cannot deal with the sadness anymore and then you just start to laugh.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like this, like, how should I react? I cannot deal with sadness.
I'm noticing.
You're noticing.
Norbert is noticing as well.
Norbert! And Norbert
Okay.
is coming closer, I'm scared.
Jim and Mindy heard sirens before they saw the ambulance. Their backs hurt from carrying the microwave. They set the microwave down when they arrived at the center of the city, where usually the marketplace would be. Mindy again sat on top of the microwave while Jim walked over to a wooden cart from which salad had been sold before the tomato plants attacked and all the customers had left in a hurry. He looked at it. Then he looked at Mindy. Then back at the cart. Then he set the cart on fire.
What?
He sees that there should be a connection between a cart and the microwave, but then he just sets it on fire.
Jim! I don't get it.
I just want to show that they are stupid.
Maybe not stupid, but they're just random doing stuff.
Yeah.
I cannot understand their thought process. They have so many different lives that I cannot understand. Okay, he just set a card on fire. How did he set it on fire?
Laser beam, I don't know. He's an alien. He might find a way.
He might find a way.
Meanwhile, Mindy observed her surroundings. There was this shop she used to go with Lisa and later with Key and Claire, too. There was a tree they used to sit under and drink lemonade. There was this pizza place she had gone to with Jim to show him how to eat pizza for the first time. Not everything had been perfect, but she had been happy as a child.
I'm not that sure about the end of the world anymore.
Jim gaped at her most disappointedly. You have not been honest to me.
And you lied all the time too.
The plan is already in motion and you don't have a say in this anymore.
Jim! Without my help, you would never have come this far.
That's not true. Suddenly, Mindy felt angry. Before she knew what she was doing, she took a knife from under her dress. Thoughtfully, she looked at her reflection in it. What are you gonna do with that knife? Stab me? Better make it count. Better make it hurt. Better kill me in one step. He walked closer to her. Instead, Mindy started to clean her nails with the knife. She's like sitting there on the microwave, cross-legged, cleaning her nails with the knife.
But I really like Jim's reaction. Like, he's having kind of the normal reaction when someone gets out a knife. You're like, oh, are you going to stab me? After we had this like fighting conversation kind of. And then she's like, okay, attention span over.
Yeah. She looked at her reflection and then...
Actually, okay, one more thing. I really like Jim's reaction at some point. He's really mean at her right now, at some point.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think he's having very contrasting feelings because he's like, okay, just kill me then, make it hurt.
Yeah.
So, I think he's really hurt at some point. He doesn't want to kill her, and so I think there's more to it than there's written.
Yeah.
What will we do after the world has ended?
We will rule over the world together.
Oh, so he doesn't plan to kill Mindy, yay! But isn't she, like, I don't know what the mission has been, but...
Yeah?
I don't know, maybe his parents or the people who gave him this mission, didn't they said, like, to kill all humans? So how should he be able to rule the world with
Exactly.
Mindy? So this is something that he wants to do, but maybe it's not possible. Or maybe he makes it possible, who knows?
A lot of things can happen now. We will rule over the world together, Jim said, but there was an uncertainty in his voice that she didn't like. She could sense that something was wrong, but she wasn't sure if she wanted to question it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
She was tired and hungry, and she hoped Jim couldn't hear the noise her stomach made. Are you gonna kill me now, or can we continue our journey? Jim asked.
Okay, that's a nice sentence. Are you gonna kill me now, or can we go?
It's a very Jim sentence.
Yeah, it's a very Jim sentence. And which makes him very nice again. I think it's time we start to be honest with each other.
Mindy said and didn't move. I'm honestly quite hungry, Jim replied. I guess we could take a break and eat something.
We could make some Japanese curry. Most ingredients seem to be scattered here.
She looked around and picked up a cucumber, which probably shouldn't be a part of the curry.
Yeah, I was just like, cucumber? What? But I think it's good that you know that it shouldn't be part of the curry.
Yeah, because you made Japanese curry for me one time. Yeah.
I really like it that sometimes you include stuff that we did in like reality.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's more like an insider that happens. It's like, oh, Japanese curry. I think it was the first day or the first days when I moved here.
That you made it.
That I made it and you tried it the first time. So, is Jim going to eat it?
Jim, however, had an unreasoning prejudice against any cooking that didn't involve a microwave or a telephone.
Telephone?
Like getting something delivered.
Delivery service.
Yeah.
Okay.
He frowned. Or we break into that pizza place over there and warm up some pizza.
That's maybe, actually, I think I'm up for Jim's idea, because doing Japanese curry is taking a long time. Like, you need to cut all of the vegetables and everything.
Yeah.
And, okay, they have a knife, but they also need to have a pot and everything. And do they just break into a house and use the kitchen to... Is this what Mindy was thinking about?
Let's say they break into the pizza place and find some deep frozen pizza. What do you think they will put the pizza?
Oh no! We will find out the microwave secrets, which is actually a power station as far as we know, but we don't know for what.
Well, that's in your hands now. Floppy opened his eyes slowly. He was in the hospital. The sheets were cold. The light was too bright, but there was a familiarness about the smell. He remembered driving Amber to the hospital after a horse riding accident in which she had broken her arm.
Poor Amber.
Walter would have rather done the operation himself, but Floppy was able to convince him that another kind of doctor would be more suited for this exercise.
Oh, this is like a nice joke, to say, oh yeah, you have your doctor degree, but you're not a doctor, a real doctor.
You're not the right kind of doctor.
The right kind of doctor, yeah.
But I am a doctor.
I am a doctor. I can do this stuff. Give me the scalpel.
They had stayed in the hospital for 3 nights with her because there had been complications. Now it was him who lay in a much too small hospital bed. He turned his head to the side. Walter had fallen asleep on the chair next to him.
It's so cute.
His head was resting against his chest and he was holding his paw.
Oh, it's nice that we always need to include this bear vocabularies.
Careful as not to wake him, Floppy raised his other paw and ran one claw through his hair. It had become lighter over the years. "You came back," Walter whispered without raising his head.
How did you find me?
"The hospital called. I'm still your emergency contact after all those years."
Oh no, it's so sweet.
For a moment he wanted to push him away, but then he placed his paw on Walter's back and they finally looked at each other. "You haven't aged a day," Walter said.
I think this is something that the listener will be very interested about. Because Floppy says, yeah, that's a costume. Now think, dear listener.
So now we learned Floppy is wearing a bear costume.
A bear costume, which we already planned, I think, chapters ago.
Yes.
At least 5 chapters ago or something, when I was at your house.
Yes.
And I don't know if we put the drawings on Instagram where we, how's it called? Drew 2 Floppy pictures.
Yes, I put it there. It's on Instagram.
Yeah, so you can find out when we when we came up with the idea, because this was a moment where we had a lot of discussion, oh yeah, is Floppy really a bear, and isn't it very weird at some point because we don't know any other bears in the story, and then we just thought it would be very fun if Floppy would just be
a fairy.
We
now have fairy representation in the story.
Yes. And did you also include how Walter and Floppy met already, or should we say it later?
I have not, but let's put this in a extra thing. Yeah.
Okay, because we have some ideas why we included fairies.
"I sometimes forget that you have it," Walter said.
Because Floppy is wearing a bear costume all the time.
Yeah. Floppy slowly took off the hat of his bear costume and looked at him. What had once been raven hair had faded to grey. "I missed you," Walter said.
I missed you too.
They kissed softly.
So cute. Aww. It's the first kiss after,
story.
After story.
Where they kissed really. They kissed in your chapter.
Yeah, but I think he only kissed with his bear costume.
Yeah, with his bear costume. costume.
He went to war with his bear costume, by the way.
Yeah.
Very dramatic scene with his bear costume at the door and like kissing Walter on the nose, like with his nose.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah. You look old, Walter.
He chuckled and then he smiled. I can't believe the doctors did the operations without taking the fursuit off.
How? Okay, how did they do this?
Read it.
Well, they didn't do a very good job.
They laughed shortly. Then they just looked at each other while holding hands.
I'm lucky, I even got a bed. There are so many injured people here. And it's weird, I got a room for myself. Oh, Floppy, you just got shot! And he's still caring about like a lot of other people, like the tomato plant eating people.
Yes, and yeah.
But he got shot, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it should be fine.
I don't know what trumps over, like, being half eaten by a tomato plant or getting shot. I don't know.
But he almost died, so...
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe the bear costume, like, how's it called? Stopped the acceleration or velocity of the bullet, so it didn't stroke him so hard.
Yes.
And therefore he's not dead. So, good bear costume, man!
That's what Zen said. It barely hit you. Walter just smiled and nodded. Floppy didn't have to know that Walter had pushed the other beds from the room to the corridor so they could be alone.
So that... I can just imagine, like, people on the bed, like, half eaten by a tomato plant, and Walter just like, okay, I need some alone time.
I need some privacy right now.
And now all of the other beds, like, are in the floor.
On the corridor, outside.
And all of the doctors and nurses are like, what is happening? And then Walter also locked the door so they cannot come inside.
Yeah. Nothing has changed, Walter said quietly.
Everything has changed.
You are here now.
I am.
Walter leaned in to kiss him again, but then he seemed to remember something. I may or may not have somehow lost both our daughters.
Maybe one, because Lisa is still alive, and we don't know what happened to Amber. Yeah, about that. Wait, how did you lose Amber?
She might have climbed out of the window today, but it's okay. I found another child that will bring both of them back safely.
Actually, I thought when you read the sentence, I was like, oh yeah, I found another child. I don't know. I don't need my daughters anymore.
No.
Okay, but
the child will bring back the other children because she knows how children think.
So follow the children.
Genau.
Walter is a bad dad, actually. I don't know.
He tries very hard, but he's not good at it.
He's not good at it, but he's still adorable.
Yeah.
So Paula is now on a mission to find Amber, and yeah.
And the microwave, which has priority.
Yeah. Okay.
Floppy opened his mouth and closed it again, torn between telling Walter his own plans and keeping him in the dark for the safety of the town and probably the whole area around it. No one is going to hurt you ever again, Walter whispered.
You've set the octopus free again.
Mr. Blobby won't be of much use without the microwave.
So... But oh no! Mr. Blobby is free in the sewer?
Sewerage.
So he's somewhere in the town, and somewhere in the town there's a microwave. And if you combine both, something bad will happen.
Yes, but right now, as it is, he can't really hurt anyone.
Okay. Yes. I remember your bloody microwave. Bloody microwave?
It's British. Because
your microwave.
Yeah, your stupid microwave.
Not again, this microwave.
Yeah. Because I was animating things and I was thinking about who could voice certain characters. Mm. And I know someone who would be perfect to voice
Floppy or...
Yeah. And he is British, so...
Oh!
Yes. That's why I put this in. Yeah. He has a very nice voice. I hope I can convince him to join. We do need to get the microwave back, though.
The alien that shot me
is dead. Paula told me everything on our way here. She has her instructions. You don't have to worry anymore. No one is going to hurt you ever again.
Walter is being very overprotective here.
Yeah.
But okay, his husband just got shot. His daughters are missing, and the town was attacked by tomato plants. Walter.
I would do anything for you. Floopy smiled weakly.
This might be the problem.
I need to go now, but I'll be back for you. Floopy held his arm.
How could I ever let you go when I know bad things are about to happen? Because of you.
Bad things will happen regardless, love, Walter said. But he stayed. Floopy fell asleep from his medications soon afterwards, and when he woke up again, Walter was still there by his side, holding his paw.
Okay, I like that you included, how's it called, this foreshadowing that Walter did something for Floopy, which might have caused something very terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And now Walter is doing the same thing again.
Yeah.
But Floopy is too weak to do anything against this, and he just falls asleep.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see why Floopy said in the other chapter that maybe talking might not help because Walter just has his mind and he just sees, I don't know, he thinks what he's doing is right all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see why this might be a problem in like doing a discussion. Like you see it here, he tries to discuss with him a little bit.
Yeah.
And tell him like it's maybe not a good thing what you're doing. But Walter's just like, bad things will happen regardless, love.
Because now things are set in motion and things are happening and bad things will happen even without Walter doing his part in it.
But he did set it in motion, so he's also responsible for bad things. He could have stopped like setting the octopus free or anything.
Mm-hmm. But well, now he's staying with Floopy because Floopy asked him to.
Okay, yeah.
Because when he woke up again, Walter was still there with him.
Yeah.
And maybe he will stay.
Yeah, because...
For a while at least.
For a while at least, because he already did everything that could have gone wrong. There's nothing else to do, you know?
Well, he did his best.
He did his best.
Don't judge him.
It's very complicated. Like Walter, I really like Walter, but sometimes the stuff that he is doing is complicated.
Yeah.
And I can understand Floopy's feelings here. Like he loves Walter and his character and everything, but no.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Norbert, what do you think of Floopy?
He doesn't like him.
Norbert just turned around and looked at my plant.
Yeah.
My not tomato plant.
Zen stood next to the tomato plant that had just eaten his body, unseen and undead. The raven from the window had followed him to the front of the house. It sat on the pavement next to a pigeon which watched him with green eyes. The birds talked soundlessly and then the pigeon left and the raven continued to watch him.
Wait. I just needed to read it again. So, Zen stood next to the tomato plants that had just eaten his body, unseen and undead. So he's still alive?
You will see.
Okay, wait. And now there's a raven who had followed him next to a pigeon while watching with green eyes. Okay. The birds talked, pigeon left, and raven continued to watch him. Okay.
Suddenly, he felt very calm. He tried to pick up a cola can, but he reached right through it. It became clear that he couldn't interact with anything in this world anymore. When he looked up again, the bird was gone. "You are late. Follow me, please." A voice behind him suddenly sounded. A person all in black, shorter than him and slightly overweight, stood behind him, not even looking up from a light blue tablet. Zen?
What are you doing?
Darkness surrounded them. "I help you pass."
If you are talking about my math exam, you are a little bit late.
Zen didn't want to follow, but he had no choice. Clouds of snow seemed to surround them, and Zen found himself on a meadow again. The grass was grey and the trees were covered in blue and purple leaves. Stars could be seen hanging from the pink sky. When Zen looked back at the person, they were suddenly wearing jeans, a shirt and a scarf. The tablet had turned into a huge book, almost half as big as the person with the glasses.
Yeah, I know who this person is.
The person opened the book and readjusted their glasses. I'm assuming you are here because you have been murdered? This means I have to fill out an extra form. That's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
But meanwhile, you have to fill out another form as well. Just general data for our survey. You need to justify the space you filled then. And please leave a 5-star review if you like the service.
Yes, I know who this person is. So yeah. What are you?
Zen asked. The person looked at him and smiled. I'm Death.
Wow! Oh no! Oh no!
But you can call me Zen.
Yes! I really like it. I'm deaf, but you can call me Sam. Yes! We finally have Sam in the story.
And you can't kill me because I'm already dead.
Maybe if I go to the afterworld with all of the other characters. Oh my god. So many emotions did run through my body, so I'm now very exhausted because too many emotions for one day. I still cannot believe it that you killed Sam. But I really like the ending part where you showed that he became something like a ghost. Mm-hmm. And now you're like, okay, here, I show you how to pass and everything to the afterworld, kind of.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's Sam. And I think maybe, actually I get the feeling that Sam will appear more often.
Yeah.
I get the feeling when you introduced her, she will not stay only in this chapter. I see more characters dying already. All of the other ones.
We'll see.
And actually this scenery, I don't know, do you have all... I think in our YouTube video, which should also be online, so we can talk about it.
That's why I made it this way.
Yeah, when you watch our YouTube video, the last one that you updated with how's it called, animated the first part of the story.
Yes.
There's one scene where you can see Sam and she's holding a book and everything is very flowery around her and everything.
Not flowery, it's just leaves that are purple and blue, and it's a meadow, and Sam is, I'm sitting on a pile of books and I'm reading a book. And the video starts with, you probably wonder how I ended up here. Let me tell you a story. Yeah, all of our characters will die. Oh no, I see it already. But one thing I want to stress is that it was the tomato plant that ultimately killed Zen.
Yeah?
You know what I mean?
Because he was eaten by the tomato plant.
Yes, in the end.
Okay. Because his time didn't run out because of his remote control or something, but because of the tomato plant. What are you trying to imply with this? I have no guesses actually.
We talked about this before. Maybe you remember when you edited this chapter.
Maybe. Because so much stuff happened today.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I really want to continue reading at some point. Don't you have more?
I wrote 5,000 words.
Yeah, and it's really good. It's really cool. I don't know. I like to read your story more than some books.
Thank you.
Maybe also because we have a personal connection to the characters at some point, and some characters are really, really likable, and at some point you go really into depth.
Yeah.
With the characters, and it becomes more interesting to see different sides of each character. But I like that you included that Sam is not completely dead. He's just gone, but to show something afterwards. I give this chapter a rating.
Yes.
A 5-star rating.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, it was so cool. But I had so many emotions during this. So many cute scenes, so many sad scenes, so many exciting scenes.
Yeah.
I think I need to join Norbert now and look at my plan to calm myself down. Yeah, I have no other word.
I put a lot of thought into this.
You put a lot of thought and effort into it. At some point, you need to find all of the connections. Like, actually, one thing that we want to try in future maybe is to use my whiteboard, which I have in my office.
Yeah.
To write down connections and where we are and time. You put a lot of like time frames into it, like 18 minutes, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
I think I will only get it when I read it again at some point. Like, okay, which time do we have right now and why was it maybe so important? Who knows?
It was important because of the time they arrived at the scene.
Okay, you just wanted to emphasize when exactly they will arrive and everything. Okay. So, if you liked this chapter and if you like our podcast and if you want to, read more about us,
you can
follow us on our social media.
Genau. Oh, sorry. I mean, yes, of course, my dear.
Yes, of course, my dear.
We are on Tumblr, Fiction After Lunch. We are on Instagram, Fiction After Lunch. We are on YouTube, which we talked about a lot. You can guess what the name is.
Fiction After Lunch.
We have an email account, which I never checked, by the way.
Oh, maybe you should check it.
Yeah, I should check it.
Yeah, which is...
if you wrote to us, I'm sorry.
Which is Fiction After Lunch... which is fictionafterlunch@gmail.com.
Yes.
And we are going to check it maybe after.
Yeah. And we are on Twitter.
Yes.
Fiction and Lunch.
Okay.
Which might imply that we eat lunch while we read fiction, but that's not true.
That's a lie.
Yeah. We are lying on Twitter.
Be honest with each other. Don't lie. Don't go to Twitter. Yeah. And actually, the next chapter, it will be my task to write this chapter. So, do you have a wish? I see you wrote down your wish already.
It's a very specific wish. It's more like you could go into this direction if you have no other idea on what to do. Mm-hmm. Because other times I was very unspecific. We were like in the forest recording and I saw a plane and I was like, I want a plane in the story.
Yeah.
So I made a more specific wish, but you don't have to really do it. You can choose what to do from it.
Okay, so it's like a combination of different wishes and I can see what I can take.
I put into one sentence what I think might happen next. Mm. So my wish could be Paula tracks Mindy and Lisa down, but they escape with the microwave while Lisa worries about her dad's and finally leaves hiding and meets the octopus, which hasn't come into its full power because the microwave has been stolen.
That's very specific.
That's very specific.
That's like the summary of the next chapter, I think. Yeah. Okay, I will try to take this into account.
Okay.
And yeah, I cannot assure that my chapter will be as good as Sam's.
But you will try.
I will try. And yeah, so I think this was everything that we have for this episode.
Yeah, but to be fair, you're a bit hard on yourself. I really loved your last chapter. It was very cute.
Oh, really?
The last one, yeah.
Oh, thank you. Like, okay, not like for the listener, it's not the last episode, but the last episode.
Chapter 17, if you look into the episode list.
Yes. It was a chapter where I put like a lot of effort into it. I was thinking about a whole month what to include because I have a really hard time. I'm not used to writing all the time and long and a story at some points. So I need to think about it a lot. And Sam is like doing it more, how's it called?
I was just sitting there and writing.
Yeah.
But also,
you're more used to it.
I'm more used to writing in English and I think it makes a bit of a difference.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to write the next chapter.
I'm looking forward to reading it.
I need to get rid of my sadness because of Sen. Because I really like Sen. We need to put some, pictures of Sen online.
Yeah.
Just like, whip in peace.
Rip in peace. Rip in peace. That's the English I was talking about.
Yes, whip in peace. Maybe 3, 2, 1, rip in peace!